All right, welcome inside Joe Peacock Field, home of the Bobcats. It's Grand Blanc and Howell. A top 10 matchup between these two clubs. My name is Chad Bush alongside Pete Scribner. St. Mary's is out of town. Howell is in. Grand Blanc is back up on the bump. And they will pitch a right-hander by the name of Damian Tipton, a senior. And we'll get into the numbers in a moment. But into the batter's box is Owen Elsey, the left-handed right fielder for the Highlanders, and we are underway. The Highlanders 28-7 on the year under Jason Ladd in his 12th year. They're the champions of the KLAA. Grand Blanc, meanwhile, is the champion of the Saginaw Valley League. That one is fouled away. And, of course, the reigning Division I state champions. Pete, what can we expect from this right-handed senior pitching of Mr. Tipton?
Well, Tipton's got a real good breaking ball. He throws low to mid-80s, probably 82 to 84 maybe. When he's on, he is really tough. Sometimes he struggles a little bit with consistency, but he's real competitive and he'll battle through it even if he is struggling with his control on a certain day. So I think we'll see a good outing out of him.
He's behind 2-1 here, now level at 2-2. Grand Blanc comes in 23-7-1 under Kevin Hubbs in his 6th year. Both these teams competing out of Division I. In the state rankings, Howell is ranked 8th this week. Grand Blanc is ranked 2nd. The 2-2 to the leadoff man is fouled away again. Giving chase, though, is Parsons near the fence, and he makes the catch. So Travis with a nice read. And a catch in foul territory. It really jarts out here, especially there after the third baseline dugout. And it's the friend for the starting pitcher, Damian Tipton, 1 out.
Yeah, from where we're sitting behind home plate, you can't really see around the dugout there. And you could disappear back there and retire a batter and us not ever see it.
That's right. This is the catcher, Jackson Militello. And he is part of a Division I battery mate. His brother Justin will bat 4th. They're both committed to Eastern Michigan. It's a Division I twin tandem that's headed to Ypsilanti to play for the Eagles. And for Eric Roof, the 5th-year manager. Swing and a miss. High cheddar. And there's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first for Howell.
Yeah, it was just heat. He just went upstairs, put it in his eyes so he could see it, and made it too tempting to take.
So here comes Phil Hampton, the left-handed hitting first baseman. The home plate umpire is Doug Tipton. John Sandlin is out in the field. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. The Highlanders, led by Jason Ladd, a Jonesville, Michigan native, and the guy who played his college ball at Kellogg Community College before heading to Aquinas. The 2-0 lifted foul and down amongst the customers. And a young fan from Flushing will take it home. These Flushing folks are always stealing baseballs. Got to watch them. You know that, don't you? You've seen it. I know. It happens. I've seen it too. Saw it happen last night up there, that rain-soaked city. Strike called in the inside corner to Phil Hampton with 2 quick outs for the Grand Blanc Bobcats, who've lost 3 in a row now, despite winning 23 games this year. Ground ball right side, handled easily by Helms, tags the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 for the Bobcats. Easy work at Peacock Field. We're the Prep. Thanks for letting us hang out for another one. The Bobcats now 23-7-1. Saginaw Valley Conference champions. Big school, 2,700 kids or so. Kevin Hubbs in his 6th year doing a great job. They won the title last year out of Division I. Dylan Cumming is a grad of 2017. You should take note. Led the team in strikeouts as a junior and senior. Went to Chicago State for a few years and then upgraded to Liberty. And he's having a solid senior campaign there and doing some great things. Over 60 innings pitched right now for the young man, Dylan Cumming. Now pitching for the Highlanders is this right-hander, Justin Militello. And it's an interesting tandem. Militello has his twin brother catching. And we saw this last year at St. Mary's with the Essig brothers being twins and catching, pitching, and going to Ashland. But these two are going D1, and they're going to Eastern Michigan. They're going to play for Eric Roof, a very good head coach, the son of Gene Roof, former Tiger player, former Cardinal, former a lot of managers, and he's had some stints as a player. It's a good baseball family. His brother is also on that staff, Jonathan Roof. I digress. Here's the leadoff man, Bowen.
Didn't Phil Roof, Gene's father, play for the Twins maybe?
That's right. That is very good. I think that's right, yes.
Let's say it is. Nobody could possibly look it up on the internet and prove us wrong.
Nobody could ever do that. They are out of Paducah, Kentucky. There's a ground ball to third, scooped up cleanly and thrown to first, and there's one out. That play was made by the third baseman, Alex Austin. There's quickly one out. Fine scoop and throw. That is Zilch, actually. Zilch is the designated fielder. A little chin music. Hunter Ames, the batter, and he's quickly ahead 2-0 on the right-handed pitcher in the Eastern Michigan commit, Justin Militello. Inside, 3-0. Ames, a 289 hitter. And he gets a fastball firmly on the outside corner for strike one. We'll see how aggressive he is against the team's second-best RBI provider. It's a shot up the middle, scooped up finally by Gresham, throw to first. And there's quickly two outs. Fine play by the Heidelberg commit, Jacob Grisham at short. Fine range here.
Yeah, both of the balls Grand Blanc has hit. They've hit hard, but fielded nicely on both of them. And they seem to have some good fielders over on the left side of the infield for Howell.
Yep, might want to try that right side. Here comes David Lally, who likes to try the seats at times. He's gone deep 7 times this year. This is a legit threat from both the pitching mound and the plate. 432 entering competition today. Did not get a hit against St. Mary's. Swing and a miss. It's a nice pitch, an off-speed pitch from Militello. His twin brother called it. Calls for a slide piece, and it just misses off the plate. 2-1. Good eye in the upper outside quadrant. 3-1 hitters count for David Lally, who walks more than most. Strike called, same location almost, but Lally was on his way down to first. But this is a high major pitch to a high major player, and he got a high strike. Check swing, did he go? No, yes, he did. Strikeout completed with a tag, a tough at bat for Lally. And, man, that ends the inning. We go on this replay to to the top of the second. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, it looks like he went. I didn't think so live, but on the replay, it looked like he went.
Yeah.
Usually if it's close, they go.
To the second we go. Oh, the Howell Highlanders. They were listed at 18-4, but we did get some inside information that they upgraded to 28-7. That's their record. They are a big school, 2,500 almost out of the KLAA. They're out of the West. Jason Ladd is in his 12th season. 2016 champs are the Highlanders. They also won the KLAA this year. Jonathan Cheshire, a 2013 grad you may have heard of. This is a guy that was drafted by the Blue Jays in 2017. And a fine 15-5 record with a sub 2.5 ERA in the Blue Jays organization. This is a threat. The Howell Highlanders, 8th in the state of Michigan in the latest poll in Division I. They will lead off with Justin Militello, the Eastern Michigan commit, at the plate, trying to help his own cause in a scoreless game, top of the second. Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch coming by way of Tipton.
I thought when you're looking at past players, you might bring up Sam Weatherly. He was
another good one.
A good one they had, and I just looked him up, and apparently it's Sam Weatherly's birthday today.
Oh, get out of here.
So happy birthday, Sam, if you happen to be watching us.
Yeah. Tell us more about Sam when we get a chance. Ground ball to short. Lally will field it smoothly and cleanly and throw to first to Helms. And there's quickly one out here in the top of the second.
About 5 years ago, he pitched here against Grand Blanc, and I was at that game, and that was one of those games where you find a bunch of Major League scouts at it. And it was impressive. It was impressive, the stuff he had. He threw it hard. He had incredible breaking stuff and was left-handed, too.
Dare I ask where he's at now or where he ended up?
He went to Clemson, and I believe he got drafted by the Blue Jays. And I think he's playing in the minor leagues with them now.
Right on. Very cool. We get another look here at that last pitch. Very nice.
I remember talking to a scout at that game who was one of the old-timers kind of scouts, and I asked him, he was a scout with the Pirates, I asked him who was the guy he had seen that was the most impressive, just tools-wise. There's a ground ball to second base, that one fielded cleanly and a play at first.
Dion over to Helms, and there's quickly two outs. Colorado Rockies organization.
Okay.
Pat the Stat informs us of.
There you go. But that scout that day told me that the best player he had seen in his scouting was Dave Parker. I said, okay, that qualifies. He was a good one. He was a good one.
He went rooftop a couple times. Old Tiger Stadium. There's a slider that just misses low, says the home plate umpire, Doug Tipton. Tipton's worked in a couple of state title games. He's the right guy behind the dish. That one's low as well. This is number 4, Aiden Brennan, the center fielder, batting 6th in the lineup. Two quick outs here in the second for the Highlanders out of Howell, Michigan. And now Tipton has fallen way behind, 3-0 the count for the senior right-hander, trying to get Grand Blanc to their 24th win of the year and their 33rd game. Outside corner breaking ball over for strike.
Sam Weatherly. Here's why I just looked it up too. He did get drafted by the Blue Jays. I was partially right, but it was in the 27th round. He decided not to go. Went to college instead. Subsequently drafted by the Rockies in the 3rd round.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a good idea to go to college. Sometimes it's a good idea to go straight to the pros. We'll see with some of the guys from Orchard Lake St. Mary's that we saw in the first game today. Probably will have to make that decision.
And David
Lally as well.
And David Lally might have to make that tough decision as well.
Yep.
It's a fun decision to have to make.
Yeah, nice problem, huh?
Yeah. Let's see, Notre Dame or a few million? I don't know. Let's flip a coin. Upstairs, throw down to first, and not in time.
Close
back safely is Aiden Brennan. Not before the bullet throw, though, from Ames. Who was aiming for out number 3.
Quarterback arm right there, right?
Yeah, that's right. Quick, too. Quick feet. Could probably sit himself in the pocket nicely for Clint Alexander. Did I say that right? Is it Clint?
Yep.
All right. That's a good guess. This is a program we should get up here and call for football. Got to get us up here, Scrib.
There you go. Now that would be fun. That would be fun.
Did you say that new stadium's going in next year or in the off season or
I don't think
down the line?
It originally was supposed to be in. COVID and supply chain and all that kind of stuff backed everything off. I think they have one more year playing in their current stadium before they get the new one done.
Okay.
But they are building a new stadium that'll have a turf field. Along with it, we can see right now over the left field wall a natatorium that they're going to build that's going to be right by it. It's going to be a real nice facility.
Pitch is low, and this is a bit of a bump in the road for Damian Tipton, who cruised through the first couple batters. But back-to-back walks, and Jason Ladd is going to come down and have a convo with his number 8 hitter, Alex Austin, the DH.
Kind of different to have a DH batting that low in the order. Usually your DH is going to be a little bit higher, guy who's in there specifically to hit.
Yeah, it is. This guy must be sneaky good.
That or all their really good hitters are also really good fielders.
That's a good point, too. Thank you, sir. Swinging a drive to right. It's hit hard, but right at Allen, and he will make the catch. And the side retired.
He took 2 steps to his right, 2 steps to his left, and put up his glove and caught it.
Sign of a man that knows where to be. The third out. 2 men are left. No score as we go to the bottom of the second from Joe Peacock Field.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Justin Militello taking his warm-up tosses. 6'2", 200-pounder. Committed to Eastern Michigan. And this is a guy that the fastball's in the upper 80s. And a guy that also plays shortstop. This is a high major player. And he'll get a chance at Eastern Michigan to do some big-time things. Fastball is touched as hot as 93 before. So Militello, a guy that can bring it. 86 miles an hour as a freshman. And he's really bumped that up as he is developed. Here is Nathan Fidelino, the number 4 hitter for Kevin Hubbs in his 6th year. Are we breaking Grand Blanc's toys over here? You breaking the chair? You got to pedal. You got to do a little more pedaling, my friend. Pitch is taken low. Just kidding. Alex Johnson doubles as he pedals. He does the paddle bar. Is it pedaling or paddling? You pedal. Okay. Paddling bar sounds fun, too.
I thought you meant he sells things. Yeah, he's pedaling.
Yeah, there's some things you get right. He might do that, too, as he's paddling or pedaling. Whatever you do. I don't know. You do it well, whatever you do. Thank you. Swinging a ground ball to short. This is charged by the shortstop. Gresham, throw to first. And they get Felino. On there.
We're seeing their fielders very confident, very competent and confident.
That they are. It's a Highlander team that won the KLAA. Saginaw Valley League was won by Grand Blanc. Started the year off hot, winning 6 straight games out of the gate.
Until about 4 years ago, Grand Blanc was in the KLAA.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's right. They made the move to the Saginaw Valley League.
Yep. Our basketball team, in our final year in the KLAA, won the KLAA championship of a postseason tournament, and we won that, and it was nice to win a trophy and take it with you on your way out of the league.
That's right. We cannot be repeat champions of this league, but we will never lose a league title in this league again. That's pretty cool. It's been quite the sports sessions consecutively for Grand Blanc. Swing and a miss. Militello with a K, and that's a nice moving ball for the K.
Yeah, just swung right over the top of that one. How did it happen that there's so many kids anymore that can throw high 80s and 90 miles an hour with wicked stuff? I mean,
these training programs and these
amazing.
schools like 2SP and Blue Lion Fitness, and I mean, these places that just incredible strength and whip developed these facilities. Swing and a miss. This is number 9, Dion Cisco, the third baseman, second baseman in this game. Did he go? They'll appeal down to first, and John Sandlin says, no, sir, no free chili. Head back.
Catcher and pitcher were both halfway to the dugout there. They thought he went.
Well, they're twins, so they think the same.
He checked. That was close.
He did.
He definitely checked more than last with Lally.
Yeah.
Saw it. By the way, what a great camera angle that is to be able to tell that.
Yeah, thank you. Pitch on the inside corner, strike 3 called. That zone is widening. And we are done in the second. We've played 2 full frames. We've got an upset brewing down in Metro Detroit that we'll tell you all about right after this. We are the Prep. No score from Grand Blanc.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
No scores. We head to the top of the third inning. Here come the Highlanders of Howell. And we'll take a look at our top 10 in the state of Michigan. And you'll see both these clubs. Well, this is our Long Ball Live top 10. We'll take this one, too. You'll see Howell in that. They're number 6. And St. Mary's, of course, number 1 we saw already, but Northville number 2. And take note of that, because what we're about to tell you is an upset. And a team, University Liggett, who's been as high as number 2 in our poll, who dropped out this week. They are number 1 in the state poll for Division III, but right now they are beating our number 2 team on that list, Northville, 4-0. So Liggett, who finished 3rd in the Catholic League Central Division, with a lead right now over Northville. And Northville is considered to be the second best team in Metro Detroit by many. And 4-0 Liggett, bottom of the 3rd. So we'll keep an eye on that. Liggett has struggled to score runs this year. Pitch is a slider over for a strike. This is the number 9 hitter, Seth Peebley, the second baseman. Strike 3 called. Upper outside quadrant. And out on strikes is Peebley. And a strikeout for Tipton on pitch number 35 right here.
He froze him. Couldn't do anything with it on the outside corner there. He got him, and one time through the lineup, he's yet to give up a hit. 2 walks, 2 Ks, and first pitch is fouled off by Elsie.
Leadoff man for the Highlanders. Fouled out of play. Owen Elsie, followed by Phil Hampton, followed by Jackson Militello. Oh, 2 count, 1 out. Looking for back-to-back strikeouts is Tipton, and it's upstairs. Little eye level change.
Yeah, kind of wasted one up high, showed him that. Probably come back with something off speed in, maybe a curveball slider down and in.
I like the recipe.
Stays up and out.
Howell's rival is Heartland, who will be a district opponent, most likely for Grand Blanc, to his left and unable to pick up the baseball. We'll see how they score it for Dion Cisco at second, but it looked like a routine play. And it'll be Elsie on at first with 1 out. And a scoreless game. We'll get another look here, Pete.
Yeah, he's reaching for it. Looked like he just didn't come up with the clean. It was a little bit tougher play just because it stayed down, but a play he'd probably tell you that he should have made.
Yeah. 1 out, 1 on.
I don't know if they would have gotten him, though, because the first baseman was breaking for the ball at first, too. And I'm not sure if Helms would have gotten back to the base in time. I'd have to see.
It's a fair point. It's a real good point. Good size lead at first, not running. Pitch is fouled away. This is number 1, Jackson Militello. His brother, the starting pitcher. Both these guys are headed to Eastern Michigan.
Sounds like they're calling it a hit.
They're going to call it a hit? Okay, fair enough. Hit it is.
Borderline play for sure.
Yep. Is that the game's first hit? Yes, it is.
It would be.
All right. Well, there it is. Hopefully that's not the game's only hit. What a disappointing day. Right? I think we're going to see many more hits and many more runs. The fun is just beginning here. Alex Johnson's with us all day long. Glad to have him here. Appreciate his hard work on graphics. Fouled away. Rob Sarna on audio. Chase Kaufman on instant replay. Pat Bush on stats. Robert Sherby is your executive producer. Your cameraman, Kyle Buchanan on a camera. Brad Lee on a camera. And who else we got out there today? There's 2 camera guys? Okay. couple of our best, Brad Lee and Kyle Buchanan. Buchanan's from right down the road in Grand Blanc. I know, I call him Brad Lee. It's a joke. It's a running joke between he and I. I'm glad to see you got his back, though. Fly ball to right. Allen under the ball, and he makes the catch. I know Brad. I know Bradley Ross. It's Brad Lee to me. He and I have a thing. I know. Brad Lee Ross. I'm sorry. There's somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Highlanders, and it looks like Mr. Poss. P-O-S-S, Poss. A southpaw warming up in the Highlander bullpen. Swinging a fly ball to right, not deep. A busy man in right has been Allen, and will make the catch, and the side retired. We go to the bottom of the third, and Grand Blanc having a good old time. Glad you're with us. We're the prep.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required. Arrive at the studio 10 to 15 minutes before class begins so we can check you in. Wear something you can move comfortably in. We suggest leggings or long pants and a workout top. You'll also need a pair of sticky socks to keep your feet from sliding during class. If you need sticky socks, you can pick some up at the studio. Before class, grab a ball, tube, and a light set of weights. Right from the start, you connect to the beat. Class begins with a warm-up, then your teacher will guide you through arm work using the light weights. After that, you'll make your way over to the bar, where you'll work your thighs, then your seat, and finally your abs. You'll finish your workout with a cool down.
Welcome back to Joe Peacock Field, home of the Bobcats, the 2021 state champions in baseball and in basketball. And we look at the defense behind the right-handed pitching of Justin Militello. And it'll be Zilch at third, Gresham at short, Pebley at second, Hampton at first. His twin brother catching, that's Jackson Militello, Hiller in left, Brennan in center, and Elsie in right. That's for Jason Ladd in his 12th year. A guy who has helped this club grab the KLAA title this season. Congrats to them. Their journey just beginning. Strike at the knees. This is to number 24, Travis Parsons, who had a hit against St. Mary's. Third base today, a junior batting .310, 11 runs driven in, and he cuts and misses here, and he's quickly behind 0-2 to the pitcher, Justin Militello. Strike called, got him. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. That was quick.
That's 3 strikeouts in a row for the last 5 batters for Militello.
Get another look here at the pitch right on the outside black, Pete.
These guys, they throw hard, they move the ball around, they paint the black.
Sure do. He is Pete Scribner on color commentary, University of Missouri's finest. So glad you came north to Michigan. At least you kept the first 2 letters right.
There you go. There you go.
From M-O to M-I, check swing. Both your children, I know, are products of the Grand Blanc schools and doing great things and doing well. Ground ball to short. Charging is Gresham. The Heidelberg commit throws to first, and they got him. A fine play by Hampton to drag that back foot, and that made the play.
It was bang, bang. I think he did get him. I think the ump was right on it. Let's see the replay here.
Speed, impressive. Yeah. Tough call. Yeah, tight. Who might argue with, John Sandlin. He's been to a couple state title games. But, yeah, nobody's perfect.
It was a nice stretch to sell it.
It was, and I think that sold it. You're right. Sometimes that extra effort on the stretch does sell it. It's a tough one, though, for the home team to take. There's 2 outs and nobody on it, a scoreless game. This one's fouled away, and that's going to be caught.
By the on-deck batter, Dylan Bowen.
Yeah, by Bowen. And if we were playing wiffle ball in the backyard, everybody'd be screaming, he's out, he's out, he's out.
That one bounced off the net, and he just ran underneath it and caught it.
Yeah, that's good savvy by Bowen.
Well, he's a center fielder. He's used to catching those balls.
That's right. He doesn't miss much. Bowen, a steady guy who's at the top of the lineup today. Maybe the fastest on this club. Strike 3 called. Outside corner. Tough one for Allen to take, but it's a punch out, and that is strikeout number 5 for Militello.
Including 3 looking.
As we take ourselves to the 4th inning. The Highlanders and the Bobcats, and a good one from GB.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Well, we'd love for you to become a sponsor today on The Prep. It's not too late. Get at us. info@theprepsports.com. We're taking donations now. 1-800. No, I'm just kidding. Follow us on social media, YouTube. Subscribe to us, would you? It's free. We'd appreciate it. We'd love for you to subscribe. You can also find us on social media, @The Prep on Facebook, @ThePrep3 on Insta, and @ThePrep3 on Twitter. We are The Prep. Long Ball Live is our baseball season. We're proud to be closing out the regular season in Grand Blanc at beautiful Joe Peacock Field, home of the Bobcats. Howell and Grand Blanc, and we have not solved anything. This is game 2 of the day for Grand Blanc. Game 2 for Howell as well. Do we know what they did in game 1? Who they played, where they went? Pat the stat. That's your call, man. You got to be on that. Swing and a miss. This is the Division I commit, Justin Militello, the pitcher batting 4th. For 12th-year head coach Jason Ladd.
3 innings in the book on this one. It's going a lot faster than that first game, isn't it?
Yeah, that first game I was told was 3 hours long. Is that right? 3 hours officially? 2:59 officially, says Chase Kaufman, if you're scoring at home. There's a base hit down the right field line. That's a hit for Militello, and that'll be the first hit of the day for the Highlanders. And they got a man on. It's the leadoff man, and here comes Gresham. So get another look at this. This is kind of an excuse-me swing, but it does the job. So here comes number 2, Jacob Gresham, the shortstop, committed to Heidelberg. This is a fine, smooth fielding shortstop. By the way, the Highlanders played before this and took on Bay City Western. And Coach McDonald, the Sacred Heart Academy grad. And Bay City Western went down 9-2. The Highlanders of Howell beat them. Now 28-7. Thank you for that. 4-0 Liggett over Northville as we check back in Metro Detroit on that ball game. We'll keep you posted. Kurt Barr's on the mound, the Michigan commit. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0. Right here, there's no score, and there's a little bit of confusion or delay, or both.
We need to get a person out to protect the pitcher who's up in the bullpen.
Okay, that's fair. That's a rule that most would follow. Throwback to first. Militello is being lifted and being ran for. And he's being run for number 7.
Ooh, he was close to swinging on that. He checked his swing. I'd be curious. It looked close. It's always tough when they check, they appeal to the umpire in the field, and the umpire in the field's behind the pitcher. It really doesn't help a whole lot going to him as opposed to that first base umpire, but he has to move, of course, with the runner being on first base here.
Yep. Spencer Holdcraft is the pinch runner at first, or courtesy runner, if you will. And pitches outside. Ames keeping a close eye on Holdcraft. That represents the go-ahead run. We're at the top of the fourth. And a big spot here for Jacob Gresham.
Tipton's closing in on 50 pitches so far.
No activity or movement in the Grand Blanc bullpen yet. We have a scoring update from down the road in Broome Park. It's 2-0 St. Mary's in the first against Macomb, Dakota. This is a walk to Gresham. And so now Grand Blanc is going to send their pitching coach out to have a word with their senior right-hander, Tipton. So 2-0 St. Mary's. I'm sorry, partner. Go ahead.
I was just going to say it'd be interesting to see where Grand Blanc goes to the bullpen. If they do go to the bullpen, which pitcher they go to. It could be, I would imagine, either maybe Cooper, who's a senior, Faulkner's a junior, maybe even Fidelino, a sophomore, or somebody else could be. We'll have to wait and see. Surely at some point they'll probably go to the bullpen here.
And at some point you're thinking, hey, look, we got to play on, is it next Saturday, or do they play a midweek game, Grand Blanc?
They play an early week game.
They play like a Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday.
So, I mean, you're starting to think about guys you're going to burn and not want to use on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever they play. Here's the square to bunt, pull it back. Throw to second, not in time. It was a strong throw from Hunter Ames, but back safely.
Yeah, the ball slipped away from there. I don't know if he would have gotten the tag down had he held onto the ball there. It hit him in the foot.
Yeah, we'll get another look. No, we won't. I lied. And
looks like Lally got shaken up by the guy sliding back into second base there.
Yeah.
All right, 1-0 count here.
Squares to bunt, gets it down, and this is trouble. Going to be fielded and no play.
Yeah, that was a perfect bunt down the third base line. At first, I thought it was going to possibly go foul, but it just stuck in that grass and didn't curve anymore, and the bases are now loaded for Howell to lead off this fourth inning.
So it's a base hit, and bases are now loaded, and Andrew Hiller is up. Credit the base hit to Aiden Brennan. It's a beautiful bunt. Gresham at second, Brennan at first. And that ball is grounded foul. It's Spencer Holdcraft, the courtesy runner at third base. Big spot in this scoreless game. Top of the fourth.
If there's anything redeeming about this bases loaded situation with nobody out, it's that the bottom three hitters are up to bat for Howell.
Check swing did not go. Yeah, it is. This is the number 7 hitter, Andrew Hiller. It'll be Austin in the on-deck circle, followed by Pebley. Nobody out. Strike called, 1-2. Tipton gets ahead. Double play depth up the middle with Lally and Dion. Helms at the corner with Parsons. Just upstairs, but a 12-6 bender that fooled most of the folks in attendance.
Yeah. Didn't look like it had a chance early, and it broke down hard and almost snuck into the strike zone.
Driven to right center. This is trouble. It's up the gap. It's going to clear the bases. Brennan is nearly passing Gresham. 2 runs are in. A runner falls down. The ball goes to the backstop, and it is indeed, as promised, a bases-clearing double off the bat of Andrew Hiller.
High throw coming in. They might have, they would have gotten the second runner because he fell down coming around third.
Now batting for Howell, number 21, designated hitter Alex Austin.
It was
Brennan almost got past on the base paths. My goodness.
He had 3-run double.
So 3-0 Howell, top of the 4th. And all coming on the Hiller gapper, and that's going to be all for Damian Tipton. And we'll take a timeout and come back to Joe Peacock Field. Halfway through this one, chicken left on the bone, but right now it's the Highlanders that bite first. We'll be back to tell you all about the new left-handed pitcher for Grand Blanc. Strike 3, he's out on strikes.
Wow.
Get another look at this
pitch. That's
pitch.
a big strikeout. That is a big strikeout. Ooh, it did look a little low.
Yeah. Zilch with a K. And here's Nathan Fidelino with the bases loaded. Grand Blanc down 1. Fidelino came up last time and scored. Had a big hit. Big swing, fouled back.
A lot of called third strikes this game for Grand Blanc. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
It's Osterman at third, Allen at second, Meade at first, the tying run at third. And it's a soft liner to short, bobbled, throw to first, not in time. The game's tying run has scored. Osterman in. It'll be an error on the shortstop, but bat on ball gets a run, and we're tied at 4 here in the 5th.
Fidelino, as he reaches first base, dives for first base to try to get there as quick as he can. And he jumps up, excited. Watch him here. He shows a little bit of that bravado and excitement we talked about before.
Yeah. You put the ball in play, things happen. An error on Gresham, but the run is in, and that's a breaking ball over for a strike. Tied at 4. Grand Blanc has come all the way back. They trailed 4-0. Entering the bottom of the 4th, but 3 in the bottom of the 4th and 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Fidelino takes a seat.
Yeah, Alex Stewart coming in as a courtesy runner with Fidelino as the pitcher right now.
Grand Blanc looking for more. Nathan Helms, the batter. Swing and a miss.
Another nice curveball from this pitcher. Zilch has definitely got some movement on that curveball.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Game, though, is tied. Tied at 4 after what went down in the 5th. Grand Blanc scratches across one. Let's go to the 6th, all tied and nothing solved from Grand Blanc. Welcome back to Joe Peacock Field, home of the Bobcats of Grand Blanc. Nathan Fidelino out taking his warm-up tosses. We got a new game. It was 4-0. The road team, Highlanders, on top entering the bottom of the 4th. Pete Scribner on color commentary. We've got a new game, all tied at 4 as we go to the 6th.
Yeah, 2 innings left here. We head to the 6th. It's a 2-inning game. That's what we're looking at now. So it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. Howell starts out at the bottom of their order and then swings around to the top.
Seth Peebley will lead off for the Highlanders. We're tied at 4, top of the 6th. Grand Blanc and St. Mary's squared off at 11 o'clock this morning on this field. The Eaglets won at 9-3. They moved on to Broome Park, where they're taking on Macomb, Dakota. The Highlanders played earlier against Bay City Western, and they picked up, was it 9-2, 9-3? Highlanders got a win. That's the moral of the story. Pitch is taken down low. Checking in on that St. Mary's Dakota game, it is 8-1 as they go to the bottom of the 4th. And the Eaglets have Jason Oliver with 2 hits and 3 RBIs in the game. Aiden Donovan on the bump. Right here we got a dandy. 4-4 deadlock in the season finale between 2 teams ranked in the top 10 in the state of Michigan. Strike called on the inside corner.
Yeah, the Bobcats did not show much life at all the first 3 innings of this game, and the 4th seemed to come alive a little bit. We saw a little bit more in the 5th.
Sure did. Fidelino is on in relief. He DH'd in game 1. Started at third base almost all of last year as a freshman on that state title team. Does it all. It's a D1 prospect. Mid-American Conference teams have already given close look at this young man, batting .351 and very effective on the bump. Full count pitch. Upstairs, he walks the leadoff man, Seth Peebley. And so the lineup flips to the top. Owen Elsey, the batter, the leadoff man and right fielder.
You could tell Fidelino was not happy with himself with that last pitch.
Mm-hmm. He knows that cardinal rule. Don't walk that leadoff man, especially after you just tied the game. Pitch just misses. Of course, he's trying. He's not trying to walk. In at third is Parsons, who smells a bunt. Throw back to first, and Helm slaps the tag tardy.
Yeah, there was that bunt hit earlier in the game that the Bobcats got beat on.
Not bunting here. It's up the middle. Lally will let it go through. It's a base hit. Throw back to second, not in time.
They threw behind him, almost got him.
Yeah.
Almost got him.
Now back for Howell, the catcher, number 1, Jackson Militello.
So back-to-back men on, and the Highlanders are clicking up their own kind of heels here in the 6th. And that brings up one of their best in Jackson Militello, the Eastern Michigan commit.
Yeah, they've got their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up now with a pair of runners on base. They are set to do some damage.
Nate to the set, and that's upstairs with that dirty uniform.
If ever you could use a triple play.
You called it, sir. There's a shot to left, hit hard. It's going to drop in front of Osterman. They will hold, and now they will send with no contest. Into score comes Peebley. Osterman sort of gave up on it. Jason Ladd, the head coach, noticed, and third base coach, and waved him in. And going ahead now are the Highlanders 5-4.
It dropped, and he didn't quite field it cleanly. And I think they were going to stop him at third originally.
Yeah.
And you'll see where he bobbles it right here. It's just a little hiccup there, and that was enough
down
for Ladd to change his mind, send the runner. And they got their run, and so now they're back. They've got that run back that they gave up in the top half, and they're looking to do more damage.
Squares to bunt, pulls it back. This is the number 3 hitter, Phil Hampton, who's seen time today on the mound. Howell takes the lead right back.
Bobcats have a decision how they want to defend this bunt if he does bunt, because you've got the third baseman covering third. Can the pitcher cover the third base side? He's certainly trying to bunt that way. Normally you'd have your third baseman charging. It's tough, though, because your shortstop's holding the runner at second.
Right, wheel
so
play.
He can't cover third. You could say, well, have my second baseman cover second. Well, no, he's the guy who's got to cover first.
Yeah, right.
So there's a lot of calculus that goes into the decisions here.
That's why
I didn't do well in calculus. So
I didn't either.
So I'm glad it's Coach Hubbs making that decision and not me.
Yeah, I didn't do well in Math 101. My crew's laughing, saying, yeah, I'm sure there's other subjects as well. Runners at first and second. A run in. This game has been untied. The runner at second is Elsie. The runner, Elsie, and the runner at first.
Yeah, see, Grand Blanc tried that same exact pickoff play that Howell did in the top half of the inning, where Lally, the shortstop, went to cover and then ran to third base as if he was covering third base. The third baseman charged, and then the second baseman tried to sneak in.
There's the bunt, and there's the wheel play. Throw down to second, not in time. But that was the old wheel, and Lally was covering third. Now Howell knows what to expect.
Nice overhead angle here from our camera team to show you the infield and how all the guys are moving around on this. There's a lot of action happening. And now with a 2-2 count, we'll see what happens. He'll probably be swinging away now.
He is, but it's outside. It's a full count. Nick Mason has come on to courtesy run at first for Militello. It's Elsie at second. The full count pitch popped him up. This should be an easy out.
It's an infield fly rule on that.
And it is an automatic out, and it's out number one. Runners stay put at first and second. Infield fly rule is applied, and that'll bring up Militello. Justin.
Of course, the infield fly rule with runners on first and second and less than 2 outs, any infield that is reasonably caught, any infield fly reasonably caught by an infielder is called an out automatically, so that they can't just drop it and turn a double play.
That one hits him in the back. So Militello is plunked. And that'll bring up Gresham with the bases loaded and 1 out. And the wall's starting to close in on Nathan in this inning.
Yeah, Fidelino has the bases loaded in front of him here after that hit batsman right there. And up to bat now is Gresham, who was hit his last time.
Bases loaded. They will bring in Parsons, the third baseman. They'll bring in the first baseman as well. That's Helms. And the pitch is inside. So 1 run in, 1 man out. Bases loaded.
Yeah, Lely and Dion at short and second are still a double play distance.
Strike called inside corner. Yeah, that's a combo that will have to hustle against the speedy Gresham, who runs well, the Heidelberg commit. But you got to play for that. popped him up. This is a medium depth.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Saboen makes the catch, tagging at third is Elsie. The throw to the plate, and he is out at home.
What a great play.
Bowen guns him down from the outfield. It's a double play, and it's just one run in a bases-loaded situation.
Howell didn't like the call. The ump says he got him on the shoulder as he was sliding by. Bowen makes the catch in center field, comes in with a nice, strong throw. And let's see if we can see here at the plate.
Got him.
Yeah, he got him.
Great reach.
Ump right on the call.
Outstanding job. The reach by Ames. Double play.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
All right, we got a replay, and let's take another look at this, Pete. This is a good look from our crew. Got him on the helmet.
He got him there, but in his right hand, you'll see that the ball looks like it might be in his right hand, actually, when he tagged him with the left hand.
That's right. He got him with a glove, but the glove didn't have the ball in it.
Yeah, Grand Blanc gets a break there.
The right hand had the ball. He tagged him with the left. So
here's another look at it. It's hard to see exactly. He catches it with both hands.
Second baseman number 9.
And then as he dives for it.
I don't even know if he got him on the head. Either way.
Yeah, either way, the ball's in his right hand, though. You can see there.
Yeah.
But
so he should have been
well,
safe.
either way, he should have been safe. Either way, he was out.
Either way, he was out. And we march on.
There you go.
No, you're right. It's a new life for Grand Blanc. They do give up the one run. Bottom of the 6th, 5-4. The Bobcats trail it. 5-4's nothing. They were down 4-0. Yeah, that was a nice shot by our crew. We got a great crew here. We appreciate their hard work.
And nice job by our staff to catch that on there.
That's
the replay.
Chase Kaufman on the catch.
Good job,
Can't get anything
Chase.
by Chase. He's a Grand Blanc local. Or Schwartz Creek or something like that. Something like that up here.
Oh, he's from Michigan. He lives in Michigan.
Yeah, but he's even more so. Like he's in Halo Burger country somewhere. Swinging a foul bat. Where is Halo Burger, by the way? I heard the guy running it was in charge of this tournament. Where are the Halo Burgers? Where are we?
The actual Halo Burgers, right?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
It would be awesome.
Halo Burger, if you're listening.
Yeah, come on. We're coming back for you, Grand Blanc, but we want a Halo Burger. Come on. Olive Burger.
The Olive Burger, that's right.
Pat would want the Olive Burger. Nobody else on the crew, but that's okay. Swinging a ground ball, this will be a tough play. Charging Militello, he won't make it. They'll call it a base hit for Dion Cisco. That's his second of the game. And Grand Blanc is cooking with grease already.
Yeah, Cisco Dion is
My bad.
Speedy guy. He got down the line there, and on a ball that's hit like that, a little chopper, third baseman was in a hurry. He had to try to move quickly, but even if he had, I don't think he would have gotten him. It would have been a close play. But he would have been safe most likely. It's definitely a base hit on the play.
No doubt. Travis Parsons is up. Down a run. And that pitch is going to get back to the screen, and it was not read well by Dion.
Well, he saw the bunt effort, and then when he saw it wasn't going to be bunted, he started going back to first when he realized he was going to take the pitch. Unfortunately for Grand Blanc, the pitch got away from the catcher.
Yeah, it happens. Fouled at home plate, and that one is fouled back, and the catcher, oh, boy, this hurts. Oh, man. Militello caught this thing. Yeah, this doesn't tickle. This is Jackson Militello took this off the tip.
It caught him in the stomach area.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, that's it. The old midsection. Runner on at first. It's a 5-4 lead for the Highlanders. Big at bat for Travis Parsons, squaring to bunt. Pulls it back, throw down to first, not in time.
And see, that throw down to first was what the runner was worried about that last time when he saw the high pitch. He didn't want to get caught with them throwing behind him, so he started heading back to first.
Yep. Squares to bunt, gets it down. It's a good one. Militello fields it, has one play to first, and completes it. Throwing across the diamond to Hampton. And there's one out, but the tying run advances 90 feet, and he's in scoring position now. And here comes Seth Osterman as we see the replay.
Yeah, it was a good bunt. He got it down. Everybody did what they're supposed to on that play. He got the bunt down like he was supposed to. The third baseman fielded it like he was supposed to. Notice the third baseman here head straight back to the base to make sure that the runner isn't going to try to take an extra base on the play coming to third. It's just a play where everybody did the baseball play that they were supposed to do. It's nice to see good baseball.
Yeah, it is. Respectable. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. This is Seth Osterman, the senior.
And here we have that situation again with a bunt. What are you going to do with that runner on second? Are you going to charge the third baseman, keep him there, wheel play? What are you going to do?
Dion at second. Pulls it back, and it's taken for a ball. It's a good eye.
2-0. I'll wonder if he's just taking here. I would imagine he's just taking on this, probably maybe show the bunt and take. I don't know.
Third base coach said no.
Maybe swing away.
Yeah, I think that's it. And he does.
He
it's
does.
In the hole, and that is through the hole. Rounding third, headed home is Dion. They will have no play at the plate. Hiller fields it, and we are tied at 5 with a base hit and an RBI off the bat of Seth Osterman.
And there is a play that works perfectly because of what they showed him on the bunt the first 2 times. He hits a ball right where the shortstop normally would be. Shortstop can't get it because the shortstop's covering second base to hold the runner. He's trying to hold the runner there because the second baseman can't hold him because he's going to be covering first base if the first baseman charges.
All very strategic.
Yep, it was just a perfectly placed hit, and you start to see why one thing affects another thing affects another thing.
Yep.
And it all led to Grand Blanc getting the tying single there as Seth Osterman drives it through the shortstop hole, and now he's on first with 1 out. I wouldn't be shocked if he's stealing here. He's got decent speed. On the season, he has 7 stolen bases. He's only been caught once. He definitely could be going here. We'll see what they do on defense here with the pitching situation. Looks like they're going to have a new pitcher, bring in a left-handed pitcher, which, as we said before, makes it a little bit harder to steal for many. We'll see.
We're coming back to learn all about the left-hander for the Highlanders. We're tied at 5. Don't go anywhere. This is The Prep.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
The left-handed pitcher is Bryce Poss, P-O-S-S, a good-sized kid, a left-hander, and he's now in the game in a tie game. The game is all his, although the runner at first, Osterman, who just dealt the game-tying hit, is the responsibility
of Zilch.
Of Zilch, thank you. So, 1 out. Allen is due up. Jordan Allen will bat, the right fielder.
Allen showed you last time what a good bunter he is. That's certainly a possibility here. Not so much bunting for the sacrifice. You probably wouldn't do that with one out already. Or maybe you would, but he could bunt for a hit here. Put some pressure on the defense. Make them make a play.
Playing with some house money.
If you bunt to the third base side, the pitcher's not going to be as able to cover it because he's a left-hander.
Right.
They're looking for. Here comes the third baseman charging hard.
Militello charging. Phil Hampton at first backs up. He is covering the runner, Osterman.
Right, once you show bunt, you get the whole infield moving around, and then you start thinking maybe you pull it back and take a swing.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your second baseman covering second, the first baseman, what's he going to do?
Throw it back to first. Poss is a lefty, so of course running on a lefty a challenge, but he's a big boy, and once that momentum gets going, he's not going to be able to stop it. So you can pick your spots if you can read them well enough. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and Poss is having a tough time finding the zone, and he's behind 2-0.
Allen calls back to the coach looking for a sign. Coach just shakes his head at him.
Your choice, dealer's choice. He chooses to bunt or show and now back off, and why not?
And we might never know whether he was actually bunting or showing on all three of those. He might have been that might have been the call. Show him bunt and pull back until he throws a strike.
That's right. Could get the old Baltimore chop going, or what do they call it? The Butchie boy?
Yeah, the Butcher boy play where you
show bunt, pull it back, and boom.
Yep. The 3-0 count, I imagine he's probably taking here, although he'll probably show bunt again just to get him thinking bunt, and then maybe he doesn't bunt after that. I don't know.
I think that's the play. Keep showing it. No need to swing in this spot. They do trust Allen, but this will be just a bluff, and he'll draw a walk. And so, 2 men on, 1 man out. Grand Blanc looking to take their first lead of the ball game. They were down 4-0 as they entered their half of the fourth.
Look who's headed down to the pen right there. Number 5, David Lally, headed down to the bullpen.
Don't tease us now. His dad says he's going to use the bathroom. He knows that. He knows that walk, that trot. That's a trot looking to get to the toilet. He's not looking to get in this game. If he was going to get in the game, he would have got in last game. Oh, he's coming in? Okay, all right. Well, it'll be fun to see him. There's another change for Howell. We're going to keep it right here. It looks like they're going to bring in number 16.
So they brought in that left-hander. He threw 4 pitches, all 4 for balls. They didn't like what they saw, I guess.
I guess not. And we'll take a quick timeout. Yeah, let's take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll tell you all about the right-hander right after this.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Christian Arquette is on in relief for Howell. We're tied at 5. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And Grand Blanc is in business. They're cooking with grease. They've got Osterman at second, Allen at first, and they've got Dylan Bowen, the leadoff man, up. Pete Scribner.
Yeah, a lot of different ways you could go with this here. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows bunt first pitch too. Not that he'd be bunting, but again, just to kind of bring in that third baseman. Runners on first and second, they've got to make some decisions, like we've said, in each of these last couple innings.
Yep.
This has been really interesting baseball these last few innings after 3 scoreless first innings.
Yeah, it's really picked up. This is fouled away. First 3 innings were all scoreless frames. 4th, we saw 7 runs. 5th, we saw a run. And in this 6th, we've seen a couple runs. This is good preparation for situational baseball, which will come up in the MHSAA playoffs that begin on Monday. Strike called in the outside corner. This is Dylan Bowen, the senior leadoff man.
You get to the playoffs, and every run is so valuable. Every run's so valuable, and so you get to more of that small ball type of play sometimes.
Pitch that just misses down or outside.
Yeah.
It's a good waste pitch.
Yeah, it didn't miss by a lot. I think the umpire signaled outside there with his – he gave a little twitch with his neck, kind of like that Michael Jackson in the Thriller video. Yeah.
Only a couple guys that know about that laugh. We're getting old, aren't we, Rob? Foul out of play. 2 men on, 1 run in. We're tied at 5. Grand Blanc trying to take their first lead of the day. They lost in the opener to St. Mary's. They've lost 3 straight. They're trying to bounce back and end the season on a high note. The 1-2 tapped in front of home plate, and this will be a ball eater. Nothing you can do. It's a base hit. Looks like a line drive in the scorebook. Bases are loaded. There's 1 out. And, this seems like Grand Blanc has been in this spot before.
Absolutely. And now Lally, who was down in the bullpen, has to run down here because he's the on-deck batter. We're going here. You'll see this, just a chop. It goes straight up. And it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But by the time it lands, all the runners have advanced, and the batter's at first base. They have to swallow it there. It's bases loaded now. And Ames and Lally are coming up for the Bobcats.
This is a scenario that the Bobcats had back in their 3-run 4th inning. Pitch in the outside corner is called a strike. Christian Arquette on in relief. He relieves Bryce Poss, who pitched to 1 batter. In at the grass are the edges. And that is looped to left, cut off by the shortstop, throw to second, not in time. It's a base hit. They tried to go to second for Peebley. He's safe. Good hustle from first to second by Bowen. And it's 6-5. Grand Blanc has taken their first lead of the ball game.
They weren't going to get the double play. He kind of double clutches here as he just can't quite get it right away. And that might have made the difference. I'm not sure if they would have gotten him anyway. But, he definitely wasn't going to turn 2 either way. So you might as well try to get the one at second, though, and see what you can. Grand Blanc takes the lead now, and they might not be done. Bases are loaded.
This
best
is
hitter
ideal.
up the bat. There's only 1 out.
This is the ideal scenario if you're Grand Blanc. David Lally is up. The stage is set. Lally, 7 home runs on the year, leads the team in average home runs, power numbers, all of it. And he takes a breaking ball over for a strike from Christian Arquette on in relief.
A great first pitch there.
Really was. Confidence. Lally committed to Notre Dame. And he lets that one go outside the zone. Good eye by the 6. Was he 6'5"?
He's probably about 6'4".
6'4"?
Yeah.
6'9" with the afro.
That's right. Fletch reference.
Allen on third. Bowen on second.
It's all ball bearers these days.
That's right. Look at that. Look at that gook. Look at that gook. An airplane.
That's her valve.
Provo, Utah. Pitch is taken just below the shins, and Lally, who has a great eye, is ahead 3-0. Lets that one go, as hard as that may be, and it's strike 1 or strike 2.
It's strike 2, yeah, full count here.
Full count with 1 out, bases loaded.
Yeah, they had that curveball the first pitch of the at-bat.
That's right. Arquette deals. Strike 3 called. He punched him out. Wow. What a pitch by Arquette on the outside corner. Not a whole lot you can do with this one.
Ooh. It looked kind of outside.
Looked to be a bit wide of the zone.
You don't like to see your big hitter taking strike three. He's done it 2 times now, but both of them on replay, you look and you can kind of understand why he took them.
Sure.
The last one was a little low. That one looked significantly outside from our angle.
Yeah. That pitch is going to bounce right back. And Militello handles it.
That one almost bounced past the catcher. It would have been interesting if that got past the catcher coming back. Does Allen score?
Here's Fidelino. Fidelino's
the pitcher of record.
I'm mixing the catcher and the batter up. Fidelino. It's been a long day. Swing and a miss.
Nice off-speed pitch there.
Nathan Fidelino, whose name should not be misstated. This is a big-time player. 351 average entering competition. Already scored a run today. Grand Blanc's come all the way back on a 6-1 run since they trailed 4-0 entering the fourth. Arquette's pitch taken for a ball outside, so Nate ahead of the count 2-0.
He does not want to go to 3-1 here with the bases loaded, because then he'll have to groove one. I know. Yep, that's 2-1 here. He doesn't want to get to 3-1, but he does.
And he does indeed. Fidelino likes it. Look at that head nod.
So now he's got to groove. He's got to throw a strike. He's got to go fastball here. 3-1 count.
Bases loaded. Allen edges off a third. Outside. That's a walk. Fidelino loves it. Allen in to score. And 7-5 now. The Bobcats lead it. They've come all the way back from down 4-0. Thanks to quality at-bats like this from their sophomore.
Yeah, he just did a good job. He didn't get too impatient. You'd expect a young guy like that might be a little excited, might be over-anxious, but he's had some big at-bats in some big situations, playing last year in the state tournament as a freshman. So he was up to the task there.
Yes, sir. Swing and a miss. RBI, base on balls. Last at bat. 7-5 now. 3 runs in the fourth, 3 runs in the sixth. Sandwiched around 1 in the fifth, and the Bobcats have come all the way back to take the lead on this Howell team that's ranked 8th in Division I in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Helms is the 9th batter this inning.
And, I mean, these pitches have not been missing by much. You just have to tip your cap to the Bobcats for being patient in spots where, you know, they could easily guess fastball coming, hitters counts, and it's really commendable. Nate Helms, the batter. 21 pitches now for Christian Arquette, who's come in. He's the 4th pitcher for the Highlanders. And now time called, and Jackson Militello will go out to have a word.
He's the 4th pitcher for them. He's the third pitcher. He's the 5th pitcher for them, I think, actually. 3rd pitcher this inning. We had Poss in there for that one batter following Zilch. So now the 1-2 pitch about to come from Arquette.
Bases loaded, grounded in the hole. That's going to be trouble. Picked up by Gresham, and the throw to first, not in time. A run is in. It's now 8-5 Grand Blanc. Run scores in the name of Dylan Bowen. It's an RBI ground out for Helms, and it's 8-5.
Boy, you look at this inning, another infield hit for the Bobcats. You got that deep into the hole. Shortstop made a nice effort, but Helms hustling down the line. He gets there. I think we had that one. Let's see. We had the one by Dylan Bowen that was an infield hit. Trying to think if there were maybe one or it just feels like they've had a lot of them the infield that, you know, the sack bunt was a big play early on. There's just been a lot of barely beating things out. That's done the job for them this inning, and now they've got a 3-run lead. And it'll be interesting to see. I think we kind of expected them with taking the lead to go to Lally in the 9th or the 7th. But if they can get another run or two here, I wonder if they'll just stick with Fidelino and let him finish things out.
I think that's the latter. I think you're exactly right. This is Cisco Dion, the senior second baseman, with some ducks on the pond still. 8-5, a big 4-run inning for the home team. They've come roaring back. They once trailed 4-0. And it's a fastball that misses outside. The Highlanders have just been off the mark on the bump this inning. As Pete mentioned, 3 pitchers this inning, 5 in the game. Strike 3 called. Tough call, but dinner's calling over at the country club. We'll take a timeout as we go off on this pitch.
Yeah, nice curveball.
Nice curveball. Indeed. Let's go to the 7th. We're back after this. Oh, yes, your top 10. State of Michigan, Division I. Orchard Lake St. Mary's 1, Grand Blanc 2. They played earlier. Howell, 8th. And you see the rest of them. But a lot of talent, no doubt, as Grand Blanc tries to close things out here in the 7th. Pete Scribner, tell us what we are about to see from Mr. David Lally, one of the top players in the country.
Yeah, David Lally's coming in to try to pick up this save with a 3-run lead in the 7th inning. He has had an exceptional senior season. 41 innings pitched. He has yet to allow an earned run. He allowed 1 unearned run early in the season. That's the only one he's allowed. Just 11 base hits. Allowed 76 strikeouts.
Wow.
He throws mid to high 90s, about 96. I believe it tops out at 96, maybe 97 at the high end. He usually sits in that 93 to 95 range. What's really helped him improve this year, though, is his curveball's really developed. He's become more of a pitcher this year, not just a thrower. He never was a thrower. He was a good pitcher last year, but he's really took a step forward with that this year, I think.
So a treat to see one of the top pitchers in the country on the mound for Grand Blanc. David Lally, who moves over from his shortstop position, and he will face Aiden Brennan, the guy who has a hit in this game, the center fielder and the number 6 hitter. The Highlanders trail by 3 here in the 7th. They've led most of the game until the 6th. A 4 spot by the home team. That fastball inside and it hit him. So Aiden Brennan is hit to start the inning. And here comes the number 7 hitter. Due up is Andrew Hiller.
If you got to get hit, that's the way to get hit. Have it hit your jersey.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think it actually got his body. I think just the jersey flapped in the wind and got him. So, especially with a guy throwing in the 90s, that's the way to get it.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to get in the way of a Lally fastball. So the man on is Brennan. It's a 3-run lead.
Lally's come in a little wild here. You know, I don't think he was expecting to pitch. And, you know, sometimes just to mentally get yourself in that position of where you're pitching here can be difficult.
Lally committed to Notre Dame. Runner not going. Fastball at the belt. That's a strike called.
Yeah, projections we've seen on Lally have had him being drafted possibly somewhere in the 2nd, 3rd round of the Major League Baseball draft next month. Oh, they're going to call a balk on him there.
Balk called.
He wants to know what he did,
Yeah, Kevin Hubbs does too.
He's done that before. That's the same. It's interesting. He had done that before.
Well, we get a look here.
Yeah, he comes set and then he raises it. They're going to say he's set there, but he's going to say he's not set. You see, when he came to a set spot there up high,
he was still moving. He wasn't meaning to set.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I guess.
Hey, look, it's a 3-run game. The runner advances 90 feet. In the big scheme of things, that's something you just let go, right?
Yeah.
But Kevin Hubbs is out, and he does have some concern for both the start of Lally and his team, who has a 3-run lead. You don't want to let the leadoff guy get on, and you don't want to let him advance, but you can shut the door here. It is the number 7 hitter, Andrew Hiller, who has a hit today. Man on second, nobody out. 3-run lead for Grand Blanc, and their ace, David Lally, on the mound. Has not given up an earned run this year. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Lally's numbers are gaudy, 7-0 with a 0.00 ERA. Ground ball, shortstop, charging, throwing, got him.
Nice play.
Fine play by the shortstop coming over to make the play. That's Cisco Dion, and there's one out here in the 7th.
Yeah, here you'll see Dion, who switched over from second, makes the play charging in, scoops it nicely, and throws and beats him by half a step at first base. He had to play that perfectly, and he did.
Travis Parsons moves over to second base. Swing and a miss at some high cheddar. That was pretty hot. Sharp cheddar, as some might say. Alex Austin is the DH. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says John Sandlin after Doug tipped an appeal.
Let's see the replay. I don't think he did either, but it was close. Yeah, he held up.
He did not.
I thought he might have tipped the ball, though.
Right.
It wouldn't have surprised me if he tipped the ball as it went through the zone there. But they're going to say he didn't.
There's a shot fouled on the right field line. Both bullpens are quiet. The Highlanders trying to rally to win the game. They're now 28-7, champions of the KLAA. Grand Blanc, champions of the Saginaw Valley League.
He made nice contact on that one there, but was late.
Tapper to third, under the glove of Fidelino. The run will score. That'll be an error on Fidelino, you would think. And an unearned run, no doubt. But the runner is on at first. A run is in. It's 8-6 now as we get the replay. Under the glove, and
He just didn't stay down on it.
Right. So we've got a runner at a pinch runner coming on. A run is in. And the tying run to the plate in the number 9 hitter, Seth Peebley. Courtesy runner for Alex Austin, the guy on base. And here we go. Lally back in the bump. Fastball firm over for a strike. There's one out in this 7th inning. Top of the order in the on-deck circle in the name of Elsie. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball from David.
That's unfair when you can not only bring it in the mid-90s, but then you can bring it off a curveball like that.
Filthy. 0-2, strike 3 call. That's the slider. Backwards K frozen pizza. And Grand Blanc starting to feel it here. That was another sharp slider.
Yeah, it was the second out there. You'll see this pitch. This looks like a fastball coming out and just
boom. Could have been a changeup. I don't know, but it was nice. So here is the final hope for Jason Ladd's club. Lally pumps a fastball right down the heart of Jewett. Tying run at the plate. Grand Blanc trailed 4-0 in the fourth. They've come all the way back on an 8-2 run.
Just missed the outside edge there. Lally over that last batter, and now he looks like he's just pitching with more confidence than he was at the start of the inning.
Big time. Mason, the pinch runner at first, and that's fouled back. 2 strikes now.
I just think coming in, it probably wasn't confidence he was lacking. It was just comfort. You
Yeah.
know, just kind of being in the mental space of being pitching in the game.
Yeah, well said. Sun shining. This partly cloudy day.
He's got a 1-2 count here, looking to end it right here.
Final hope for the Highlanders. And that is fought off.
Yeah, that's a great spoil by the batter, Elsie.
Back to first goes Mason. Bobcats looking to collect their 24th win on the year. Just misses off the plate. 2-2.
I don't want to make too much of it, but this would be a big win for the Bobcats. You know, you'd hate to go into the tournament having lost 4 in a row, as you see the replay on this pitch just outside.
Big builder going into the next week. There's a pop-up weak on the infield, should end it, and it will. Sliding in to make the catches. Parsons, and the game is over. A come-from-behind win for Grand Blanc as Lally closes it out. The Highlanders get 1 in the inning, and they win it, Grand Blanc 8-6, despite the rally.
He looked to kind of snow cone that one as he came in and made the sliding catch, but he held on to it, and the Bobcats were able to close things out there.
We'll come back and recap this thing from Joe Peacock Field, home of the Bobcats. 8-6 winners today over the Highlanders.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. Let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Welcome back to Grand Blanc on a sun-shining afternoon. The final game that we will broadcast the regular season of the MHSAA. We are the Prep. Thanks for having us here in Grand Blanc. They've been wonderful hosts per usual. And our first stab at Joe Peacock Field has been fun. Home of the Bobcats. Pete Scribner on color commentary today for this double dip. We appreciate his time and knowledge and patience and help with everything, along with Kevin Hubbs. Thank you, Pete. A little bit more chicken left on the bone. This one's over. An impressive come-from-behind win as Grand Blanc gets the victory. Now 24-7-1. Does that check out?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And look, this was a nice one. They came from behind, down 4-0 in this game. And this was a fine rally by the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was nice to see them string together hits in that fourth inning when they fell behind 4-0. they came out and they had, I think, 4 straight at bats where they just hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 4, 3 straight at bats, sandwiched by walks.
Right.
And so they were tough. They had the single by Helms, or Fidelino, Helms, and Dion in a row had RBIs in that inning, and they were able to come back. It went back and forth. They tied it. Then Howell goes ahead in the 6th inning, but in that 6th inning, we see the Bobcats were able to pull back out in front, taking their first lead of the game and stretching it out to an 8-5 lead. They finished 8-6. David Lally came in to close it out.
Bases loaded for the Bobcats there. They would get a couple of RBIs on the day from a couple of players, a couple from Fidelino, a couple from Helms, and multiple hits in this game, 2 from Dion, 2 from Osterman, and solo hits for Bowen, Fidelino, and for Allen. But a fine day all around. You get production out of Osterman in that 8-hole, productive day. Lally comes on in relief, and there was some pitching today as well that stood up. Grand Blanc was resilient after falling behind 4-0. I mean, it just shows what they have as a team in resilience. We saw Cooper, Tipton, Lally, Fidelino, and in the end, we saw a lot of good.
Yeah, Cooper came in there, and you'll recall they had that I think 4 people got on base in front of him coming in, and he came in, and they were able to score those runs, but he stopped it there, and they weren't able to get more. And then when he did walk a guy, hit batsman, walk a guy, Fidelino came in, he stopped it there.
Yep.
And Lally was able to close it out in the end. And that's key is, even if they get something, you can't let it carry on to something bigger.
Yep. No doubt. A couple strikeouts for Tipton, a couple of strikeouts for Lally in the 7th to close things out. Meanwhile, for Howell, they were led offensively with RBIs coming from Militello in this game, and then had some hits. Elsey, a big day, 3 for 5 in the contest for the Highlanders, who also had some pitching efforts from Militello, Arquette, Poss, Zilch, and Hampton, and all sharing the game. Militello coming in the most effective with 3 innings pitched. He did not give up anything. No hits and no runs. He did strike out 5 and did not walk anyone. This was a game that saw Grand Blanc lead 4-0. Howell lead 4-0. But coming all the way back and finally taking the lead 6-5 in the 6th inning. And never looking back, Grand Blanc goes on to win it 8-6, and they close out this regular season on a high note. Pete Scribner.
Well, like I said just a couple moments ago, I don't want to put too much into it because it's a new season once you get to the playoffs. But it is nice for Grand Blanc to not be going in on that 4-game losing streak, to pick up a big win against a good team in this last game. To give you something to build on going into the playoffs and say, okay, we can feel good about where we are and where we're going. We can get after it. You always can, turn things around in the future if you're not playing well, but it's good. You'd rather have the momentum than not have the momentum.
No doubt. Kevin Hubb's team, the reigning champs in 2021 in baseball, will be on their way to the districts and perhaps, just perhaps, will take on Brother Rice and maybe Orchard Lake St. Mary's in Novi, Michigan on June the 11th. Circle the date, circle the calendar. All these teams today a part of something special in this great tournament. Thank you, Pete Scribner, for your time and effort and knowledge and help in making this happen, partner. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. I love getting together with you. You guys do an incredible job, and the fact that you let me be a part of it is truly a joy for me.
Yeah, no, pleasure's all ours. His name is Pete Scribner. Want to introduce our crew who did an excellent job on this double dip. Robert Sherby, your executive producer. Chase Kaufman on replay. Robert Sarna is on audio today. Chase Kaufman, we told you, is on replay. Kyle Buchanan on a camera. And Bradley Ross on the camera as well. A very hardworking effective and efficient crew. We thank them for the doubleheader. My name is Chad Bush. We are the Prep, and we appreciate all your hard work. Pat Bush, Pat the Stat on Statistics, thank you very much. Thanks to Grand Blanc for being a gracious host. St. Mary's beats Grand Blanc in Game 1, 9-3. And Grand Blanc beats the Highlanders in come-from-behind fashion of Howell, 8-6. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week from West Bloomfield High School. We are the Prep. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. Good night.